Hey guys, welcome back to the Debate Hut. Today we're doing a non-spoiler review to Disney's latest movie called Mufasa, The Lion King, which is about Rafiki telling a young lion cub, Kiara, daughter of Simba and Nala, about the legend of Mufasa. So you can sort of consider this like a prequel to the original movie. So without further ado, please like, subscribe, and comment down below with your thoughts on Mufasa and whether it is a good movie or not. Also, do check out some of our other Lion King content. We've done quite a bit, done reviews, we've done debates, we've done a live movie reaction as well to the 1994 version as well. So check all of that out if you enjoy the Lion King, or even if you don't, still check it out. If you haven't seen it as well, check out our reviews. So this prequel, um,
Oh, that's a great
don't know where
start.
to start. I've always loved the original 1994. Like it is my favorite movie, and it's one that I always just love watching. And so when I heard about this, well, actually, backstory before that, 2019 did not like it, so did not have high expectations for this. And you know what? It actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I expected it to be, which is great, but it isn't great. It isn't something I will be watching again, or it isn't something I'll be like, oh, you guys definitely need to watch this sort of thing. I would not be recommending this to people. I want to start maybe with the music first. So for me, the 1994 version has like its soundtrack is really good. Its score, the songs, everything like it's really catchy and stuff. But with this, the songs were absolutely terrible. I cannot tell you which one I liked because I did not like any of them. They were absolutely horrible. When you compare it with the original, it's like, where did that magic go of that music? Just like bopping along to it, listening to the lyrics, and just, there was none of that. I was just like, please, can we just skip this bit? I don't want to hear any of this. Let's just skip it. And then in terms of the score, I was a bit worried at first because I thought they were going to rely very heavily on the original. And there are like keynotes from the original, like part of like Kings of the Past features in the movie. But thankfully, it's not a direct copy because that just it doesn't need to be like it should stay. I mean, it can have similar notes and stuff, but it should stay separate because it is a separate movie. So thankfully, the score isn't too bad. One thing I think a lot of people didn't like about the 2019 version is the visuals. And when I say visuals, I mean the facial expressions really, because it was a documentary more, it would look more like a documentary than a movie. With this, they've really corrected it and it does look much more better. But saying that, still, I don't know why it just doesn't suit. It doesn't work for me, the visuals and the story. Like it just doesn't, it just seems so disjointed. Like it doesn't merge well together. There's a beginning, there's not a spoiler or anything. But at the beginning, there's a bit of Simba and I was like, this looks really weird. Like it just looked really weird. Like he was smiling and everything, but it looked really weird. And I was like, this just looks really strange. So yeah, I just feel like, with this being their 30th anniversary, they really could have just done this in 2D animation and that would have been so nostalgic and that would have been such a nice way to mark the anniversary. But of course they did CGI, which I'm just not liking. And then the characters. So I mean, it's a story about Mufasa, and it was really good just getting to see the backstory of like how Mufasa became king of the Pride Lands and his relationship with his brother Scar, who in this film is called Taka. And it was really good. We also get to see some other familiar characters you would have seen in the trailers as well. So yeah, it was really good just getting to hear and find out what their backstory is, and that sort of, I guess, leads into the plot, I guess. The story is good. I did feel like it took quite a while for it to get anywhere, and there were points where I was just like, I'm gonna nod off, like someone's gonna have to like prod me or something to keep me awake. But there are certain parts, like the action scenes and stuff, which are really good. But I don't know, like I just feel like they could have made it a bit more shorter and a bit more condensed and a bit more there instead of just taking so long to build up to stuff. Another thing is in the 1994 version, we don't really see different lines or anything. But in this, if you've seen the trailer as well, you would have noticed there are different packs and stuff. So we do get to see that, which is really cool as well. Something really different. So I really enjoyed getting to see that aspect. Um, I don't think this is a spoiler, but there is some back and forth from the Mufasa story and then seeing Kiara, Rafiki, Timon, and Pumbaa. And I didn't like the way it was presented like that. I just felt like it was really disjointed. Like I felt like one minute we're in the story and I'm getting into it, and then the next minute we're getting sidelined and we're having to listen to Timon and Pumbaa try and make a joke, which wasn't very funny at all. And it's like, shut up, you two! Like, let me get back to the movie. I just want to like shake them, you know? Oh, but yeah. I don't know why, but I feel like the 2019 version had this issue as well. But the comedic characters from the original, I'm talking about Zazu, I'm talking about Timon, Pumbaa, and the hyenas from 2019 as well. Anyway, those comedic characters are like really, really funny in the original. But then in the 2019 version and in this, oh, I just can't laugh. I just can't because
I
it's
am
really
nervous coming
bad.
from you right now.
They're just so annoying. I'm just like, please, please, why are you trying to make them funny when they're just not funny? Like it's, I don't know. This movie is, it's okay. It's like the story, it could have been so much more better. And you know what? It's not as bad as I expected it was gonna be, which is great. But I just feel like they really could have made it much more better just by making it shorter, by not putting in these rubbish songs and putting in this and putting in like, you know, Timon and Pumbaa appearing every so often and like trying to crack a joke. And I'm just like, please stop. So yeah, this movie had promise. But it didn't deliver, which I knew it wouldn't. But you know, all right, I'll let
Uh,
Grace know. Oh, Grace go next.
okay. So yeah, I really admired the original film. It was a classic, was a masterpiece. The 2019 version was a disgrace for so many reasons. But in this, like when I heard about this film, I agree with Emily. Like I didn't have high hopes because I thought, oh no, they're gonna do the same, like say they're gonna repeat the same issues again with the CGI and everything. But after watching this film, it was surprisingly not that bad. Like, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. The CGI has kind of improved. Like in the 2019 version, there was not much color in it. It just felt too bland, too realistic. But in this one, you can tell it is meant to look natural, but at the same time, it does look a bit more beautiful. Like there's a bit more color and everything. And the face expressions are proof as well, because the way the lines look, it kind of reminds me of like the facial expressions you see in the live action Jungle Book, and I just knew then that it was a bit better. It was definitely they were really improving. The characters, like of course, this film is based on Mufasa and his story, and it was interesting because I know like. I remember like there was a little kids reading book based on Mufasa and Scar on their childhood, but for them to take like a different like side of the story and like going in a different direction was a big risk, but it was actually kind of a good risk to take because it's not like kind of Maleficent in a way. We don't just focus on Scar and how he came to be. We also focus on like how the good like impact on the bad guy when Taka became Scar and how Scar impacted on Mufasa and he became the one true king of Pride Rock. Yeah, I love their relationships, like their relationship when they were younger, like as comes, it was brilliant, and like Mufasa's relationship with his adoptive parents, and then with Sarabi and everyone, they really done it well, and yeah, we kind of knew where this was going with like Scar and Sarabi and everyone, because we, if you know, in the 2019 version, Lascar had a thing for Sarabi, which I didn't really get why, but yeah, they did that. Um, the villain in this film is, in my opinion, good because we because we wanted a villain who is kind of evil. Because if you haven't seen our Moana 2 review, I think we all kind of said that we wanted a villain who was just bad. Like, and this, like, he was bad. And if you hadn't heard from the soundtrack, that he's got a song, and I don't know why, but I felt really, really shocked to hear that because I don't know. I know bits about the actor, and I just never see him singing that kind of like song. It just felt a bit out of place in a way. But yeah, he was still good though. He was still really brutal, but I don't know why. I felt like I wanted to see a bit more of him, like just a bit more bloody. Maybe that's just me, but yeah. The songs in this, I agree, they're not really my favorite. I like the rhythms in the like they got really good beat and just like like if they did it without the lyrics, I think it would worked well. I just felt like I don't know, there was something about them that just we didn't really connect well to them as much as we did with the original, like the 1994 versions, like I Just Can't Wait to Be King or Circle of Life or Be Prepared. We instantly fall in love with them. And this is just I don't know, like if we just listen to them and we just hit a brick wall and just reverse back, it was just not that great, sorry. And that's kind of strange because I know I just because I remember hearing that the guy who wrote the songs, the guy who did Encanto and he did Scuttlebutt in The Little Mermaid, I think, yeah. Um and he did these songs and I just thought I don't know. I felt like this wasn't his best because I thought he was gonna do really good songs for this, but yeah, sorry, maybe but it wasn't your best moment. Uh, story-wise, it was good. But like what Emily said, it was just a very slow pace. Like there was part of it where I was going to sleep because I just felt like I could just skip through this. Like I could just wait to the next part. And again, there was a jump scenes between the past to the present with Kiara and Timon and Pumbaa, and I just felt like there were too many scenes of that, to be honest. They could just wait, just do two of them, and then the rest is all for the past. It's just, yeah, it was kind of messy. But overall, it was a pretty good film because it went through a different direction and we had a new director, not not the same one for the 2019 one. It wasn't like copy frame by frame. This was like from a different perspective. Was there was some like camera shots or directing visuals that I didn't kind of agree. I did like the new take and yeah, it was again pretty good.
I think you guys covered most of it. I feel like we're all kind of on the same page with we didn't have high expectations, but there I feel like I was fairly intrigued to see where the story would take us. You mentioned Kings of the Past, and is this a film? Have I missed something? Because I
But
think I
no, no,
might
no,
have missed the film.
it's the soundtrack. It's like one of the scores, like
Okay.
what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Mm.
scared. I was like, have I missed a film and not realized? No, so I was really intrigued to see a kind of completely different outlook, a prequel, as Emily said. It was a nice story to follow. I did enjoy that. However, I do think it could have been done in a better way. Emily mentioned 2D animation, and of course, I am going to rattle on about how 2D animation would have been incredible. Disney's fans have been nagging for years to bring back a bit of 2D animation. And I think this would have been the perfect time for a very, very loved films. Did you say 20th anniversary? A very loved
30th.
films. Even better, a very loved films 30th anniversary to be have a prequel in its original style. It didn't need to be with the CGI and the real life lions. And I get them trying out new things. They tried it and it didn't work. So quite frankly, just it they could have saved themselves the hassle and done 2D animation. No, it takes a while, but it's pretty and
Mm.
everyone loves it and we're asking for it. So pay your artists Disney and bring us back the 2D animation because we want it. That being said, there were parts in the film that were really pretty, and it did have a lot more color than the 2019 one. It had a lot more character, a lot more emotion to it, rather than it being a documentary. But it still didn't. It could have been a thousand times better. It was mediocre at best,
Mm.
and it could have been Disney's next best hit. The music, as we've all hated on already, I do apologize. None really stood out to me, I can't lie. When we watched Moana 2, there were a few where I was like, okay, a little bit of a bop going on here. And don't get me wrong, I was nodding along to these songs as well, but I nod along to everything. Uh, if there's a beat to it, I'm probably dancing. But maybe I need to re-listen to them. But I also just think, as Grace said, that the person who made Encanto was doing these songs. Encanto has some of the best, might be
Mm.
my own opinion, but some of the best songs from Disney
Yeah.
out there. Oh my God, I know every lyric off by heart. It's incredible. Every single song in that film is gorgeous. And there was a time in my life where I really wanted to get the Mariposa song like a little bit tattooed on me because I absolutely adored it and it had so much meaning and depth behind it. And now we have this. And there's not much I can say for this being a non-spoiler review. Otherwise, I'd be pulling up quotes and see little things. So if we do a non-spoiler review, please go and watch that because I probably will be bringing up receipts. Um, well, you've heard us all rattle on about this film. I feel like I'm going to repeat a lot of things if I carry on,
Yeah.
so I'm
Um,
going to stick with that.
yeah. One more thing I forgot to say is that while the pacing of the film was slow, the ending was really sweet. And if you want to know why, you need to watch it. You can skip the movie if you like, just go to the ending.
Yeah, just do one of those. They have those YouTube recaps. I mean, we
Oh
could do one of
yeah.
those YouTube recaps if we do the non-spoiler, but
Yeah.
just watch that and then watch the ending. It'll
Yeah.
work.
Because I can still remember like your faces when the ending appeared and we were like, oh, but without spoiling anything, it's just oh, this feels
You gotta
so
watch it.
great, so
You gotta
sweet.
watch it. That bit.
So out of 10, how would you guys rate this film? If
Four.
it's low, we won't judge you.
Four.
Yeah, I agree. Four as well.
Just below
Mm.
average.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think four. Yeah.
Oh, that seems quite
Four.
harsh. I don't know.
No, no, no.
No.
No, like
No.
2000 and 2091 was like 0 and 1. This around
Yeah,
four is probably a bit better.
We're
true.
getting higher, you know? We're
Yeah.
basing it off what we've been given.
I know you guys probably won't like more live action remake stuff, but isn't there like would you like to see like a sequel to like Kiara's story or something similar?
Yes,
Maybe
if it
not for the
wasn't
Lion King,
CGI.
or maybe not for the Lion King, but maybe for like other Disney live action films, like a prequel to Little Mermaid about Ursula, or
Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool. I feel like there's so much potential out there for prequels, sequels, all of that jazz, if they
mm,
do it right. But just stick to the animation that it was, for
mm,
starters. People love that film for a reason, and I can guarantee you that the style it's done in is a very, very, very big impact in that. So let's keep it to what we know, people. So if we had a Ursula film with animation, that would be amazing. But I guess like we've had the Maleficent film and Cruella, so it could be cool to see it as a live action because we've kind of got those already. But I mean, I wouldn't say no to a cool 2D animation film about Ursula, you know? Like
mm.
it just there's so much potential out there and it just needs to be put in the right hands.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was our non-spoiler review of Mufasa, The Lion King. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts of the film. Did you like it? Did you not like it? How would you rate this film? And do you see Disney might unfortunately do a sequel again for Kiara's story. Tell us in the comments again. Before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You could again check out our other Lion King contacts. We've done reactions, reviews of the 1994 film. We've also done debates such as is Mufasa the real villain? It's probably not a good debate to watch after watching this film, but you you probably understand it if you do after a couple of days. But yeah, you can also watch our other Disney stuff we got on our channel. We also do some Marvel, other debates, games, pranks, so much, guys. Check them out. You can also follow us on our social accounts. We got Twitter and Instagram. We also got a website that tells you information about the team. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.